Hello, I'm going to do the Virgo November reading for the 15th through the 30th. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we're going to get some tarot. We're going to get some clarifiers. We're going to close out with a fortune reading card. And at the end, I'm going to do a yes or no tarot card answer spread. I'm going to use my Green Witch Tarot. So if you have a question, think of that. And at the end of the reading, we'll do a yes or no. It can be a maybe, but we'll see what's surrounding it. But we'll see what happens. So form that question. All right. So we have the Chariot, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Judgment, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Hierophant, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Wheel, we have the Death card, and we have the Queen of Cups. All right, so you have a lot of major cards here. You've got the Chariot, which is Cancer. We've got the Judgment card, and that is, I don't think that, I'm not sure, that one doesn't have a sign to it. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. We have the Death card, which is Scorpio. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So for overall energy, we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like you may be emotional about something. In the middle, we have the Six of Swords. And that's about moving to calmer water. So maybe that's why like you're emotional about something right now, but I feel like things are going to be calmer. Right below that, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's about bringing change. Things are changing. We have the Ace of Cups above that, so that could be about your emotions and feeling more fulfilled, feeling happier, feeling more stable. We have the Nine of Cups, which is the Wish card. We have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant can represent, you know, having faith in something. It can represent having that family, that grounding connection with someone, or relying on your family, you know, something that helps you to feel grounded. And then we have the Death card, which is about transition and transformation, and it's about letting go of those things that are no longer useful to you. Is there something that you have to let go of? You know, that's just been kind of holding you back from the Wheel of Fortune, from the Nine of Cups. You know, Judgment is about an awakening, a renewal, a revival, kind of opening your eyes to a situation. Now we have the Page of Wands, and that represents communication. That represents an email, a text, a phone call, some kind of a letter, some kind of communication with someone. I feel like maybe there's somebody that you need to communicate something to, that I feel like it's been on your mind. I feel like it's been bothering you, and you kind of need to let that go, because I feel like it's kind of holding you back from your happiness and you doing those things that you want to do. All right, so let's use the Alice in Wonderland cards as clarifiers. For the Chariot, we have the Knight of Wands. Moving forward, that's like almost like a double energy moving forward. It's time to get to it. It's time to get busy. It's time to get going. For the Ace of Cups, we have the Page of Swords. There's something, I feel like it could mean two different things. It could be there's something kind of disappointing that you need to talk to somebody about. And maybe that's why you haven't done it yet, because it's something that, you know, you don't really want to deal with it. So you've kind of been putting it off, but I feel like it's starting to affect you. So it's something that you kind of have to deal with. It's something that's been delayed. All right, we have the Nine of Cups, and then we have the Five of Swords. I feel like there's a goal, there's something that you want to do that I almost feel like other people, like they're not on board with it, but you're like, this is something that I really want to do. This is something that I feel is right for me. And I almost feel like it's kind of like a question or a thing that you've been wanting to do that you've just been putting off, and it's just like this nagging feeling inside, and you're like, it's come down to it that I just got to do it. You've got to do this because you need those answers within. We have the Ace of Wands on the Judgment. Awakening. You're awakening to something that you've held off long enough with something. Six of Swords. Yeah, this is Nine of Swords. I feel like it's a lot of stress and anxiety right now because you're not dealing with this thing. You're not pursuing this thing, or you're not doing this thing, because with the Nine of Cups and then the Five of Swords on top of it, it's like these people back here like aren't on board with her, you know, and she's like, well, fine, if you don't want to be with me, or you're not gonna be there to support me, I'll do this on my own. There's something that really important that you want to do that other people are not on board with, or that have been talking in your ear telling you that you shouldn't do it. But it's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to let this bother me anymore. Eight of Swords. It's holding you back. You're holding yourself back, okay? You're holding yourself back from this Nine of Cups. That's what I'm feeling. Page of Wands. Communicating. The Death card again, okay? Communicating. There's something that you need to move on from. There's something that you haven't been doing. There's something that... There's some energy around you that you need to let go of, whatever that is. And the Death card is also about transition and transformation. The Wheel card. Change is good. Change is good. Two of Swords. Time to make that decision. Okay? Time to move forward. Time to get to it. And of course, you have to do what is best for you. I'm not telling you that you have to do this. I'm just reading what the cards are telling me and the energies that I'm getting from the cards. And the cards to me are saying it's time to move forward on something, that you've held yourself back long enough, that it's starting to affect you in a negative way. There's something that you have to communicate with someone about something that you want to do because you're holding yourself back. All right, so let's get a fortune reading card, and then we'll do our yes or no. Eagle, you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength once you deal with this situation. Once you deal with what you have to deal with here, and then you will feel lighter. Then you will feel the change. Then you will feel this Three of Cups where you're celebrating. Then you'll feel this transformation within the Death card. Then you'll be able to move forward. Then you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and not having, there's some kind of energy. There's some kind of something. I don't know what that is. It feels kind of heavy, and push that away. All right, so now we're going to do the yes or no. And what it is I have my Green Witch Tarot deck, and then I make 3 piles, and then I count out 13 cards unless I get a witch, the witch card, or I get an ace. So that's how this works. So think about that question. All right. Do a couple shuffles. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have the moon. I think you could see that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3. And we have an ace. Okay. So we have one ace, okay, but the other cards are not an ace or a witch. So there is a possibility. So this means that there is a possible yes. Now we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is a very positive card, which is a very happy card. We have everybody's running around, everybody's smiling, everybody's happy. 9 of Pentacles is about getting those rewards for the hard work that you've done. And then we have the moon. Now the moon can represent either things you haven't seen yet, things that haven't come in yet, not being able to see the future, or it could also represent this deception. So I feel like this is saying that I feel like this is heading more towards a yes, but it's not a full yes yet because there is something that you have to take care of. There's something that you have to deal with first. There is some sort of deception. There is some kind of something is lurking here, okay? What I'm getting from this interpretation is that it's a yes, but there's something that you have to deal with first. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.